Right then, so a walking tour of our central production kitchen facilities here in Bridgewater. Like I may have mentioned, 5,000 meals come out of here every day, go to 10 different restaurants, go to one of the biggest hotels in Europe. Lots of things going on. Let's go, let me take you on a tour. Now this is one of my favorite storerooms. This is the one that smells really nice. It's a shame this isn't smell-o-vision, but we've got lots of curry pastes in here. We've got lots of beans. We've got chilies, chili peppers, curry sauces. All of this stuff is about a week's worth of dry goods for us. So we will churn through all of this in at least a week, maybe 10 days before it's restocked and replenished. There you go, smells great, huh? Let's go. And just as we're up this end, now expect this is going to be full. We won't be able to get in here. I don't know if you can see that up there, Mel, minus 19 degrees. This is going to be a cold one, all right? One big old freezer. And as you can see, if I hold this open, woo! There's all kinds of stuff in here. We've got frozen beef, we've got frozen short ribs, we've got ice creams, we've got frozen chicken, we've got all sorts, but it's really cold, so it's time to get out. It is really cold in there. Okay, so once all of our dry goods have come out, and once chef has created us with a recipe card, what's going to happen is all of our goods that we need to make that dish, they're going to come out of their respective storage areas and they're going to come through into these rooms here. So let's take a little sneaky peek into one of here. This is our fruit and veg. Our fruit and veg fridge. We got all kinds of stuff that we can prep. Look, we've got apples, loads of lovely apples. This is just the box we have for a day's worth of spring onions. We've got honeydew melons. Look, we've got loads of honeydew melons. Zillions of these. Red peppers, yellow peppers. There'll be green peppers kicking around somewhere. Bags of broccoli. Here's all the green peppers, look. So like I say, chef's given us a menu card. We're going to create everything on this menu. We're going to put the dish together. We've got all of our ingredients from the dry stores. They've all come through here. Now you're going to pick up all of your fresh fruit and veg, and then you're going to come through this door. Loads of tomatoes up there as well, look. And then we're going to come through into this prep area here, where we've got our lovely people making Mexican power bowls. All right, have a little look. So all of this lovely food in production here. And we've got bits of kit, we've got blenders, we've got choppers, all kinds of stuff coming through. So when you come through this door, it brings us into our main kitchen. So this is where the main hot production work takes place. As you can see here, we've got big old trays of chili con carne. Let me show you one of these. So we have trays and trays and trays of chili con carne. Massive, massive, great big trays there. And food will get, let's go this way. And food will get done and produced here. If you could just see down there, look, we've got great big bags of this. What's this that's been made? So this is coq au vin. All right, so a lovely chicken-based dish, trays and trays and trays of that. Remember, 5,000 people is a lot of food we've got to make. And if you come around here, here's some of those onions that I was showing you earlier. So someone will be here working away with one of our menu cards. Now, this is one of our menu cards. So as you can see here, this is for a bolognese, and it shows us all the different ingredients that we need to make it. So someone will make all of these, do all the prep, do what we call our mise en place. Okay, so having everything ready and everything in place. And then once these are done, then this will move on down to this area, okay, where we can get into our hot production area. So as you come down here, you can see we've got our saucepan hobs there. So everything in this kitchen is electric. There's no gas in here at all, so everything's electric. We've got our hobs there, we've got our grills, we've got our fryers down there. And then you come back round into this area where we've got the lovely Steve again having a bit of a clean down. And these are what we call our freemers. Okay, these, as you can see, Steve just Can you tell us, Steve, how many portions we cook in one of these at any one time?
It could be up to like 500 portions.
Up to 500 portions just in one of these, and you can see we've got 3 of them. So we can potentially do 1,500 portions of, let's say, the coq au vin or the chili con carne that we saw. We can do up to 1,500 portions at any one time. Now, think when your parents say to you when you're at home, can you boil up some carrots or can you help with the cooking? And you take your little saucepan out of the cupboard and you put it on and your saucepan's like that. Let me show you one of our saucepans. Wow, this is one of our saucepans. It's almost like a bath. You could get into it. It's enormous. Look, it's as deep as my arm. And it's warm, lovely and warm. These are our saucepans. So these are what we boil our carrots in, these are what we boil our veg in, and you can see again, 3 of them, probably 1,500 portions at any one time when we're at full capacity. So yeah, hot food production areas. Let me show you some of our ovens as well. So these are our ovens, not your average oven that you'd find at home in your kitchen. These are all fully automated, they're all self-cleaning, they're all run on USB sticks and things like that. They're very, very precise pieces of equipment. They need our computer engineers and our computer departments to make sure that they're all programmed correctly and everything. So, you know, another role that we have here is dealing with that. We don't so much have the trays, like you take a tray out of the oven at home and you just take a tray out. What we do is we put the trays onto these giant racks and the whole thing goes into the oven. So the whole thing will go into the oven. I'm sure these will be filled up with some Yorkshire mix, which is just here, look. And more Yorkshire puddings will be coming out. When you have your whisk at home, your whisk is probably not even as big as your fist. Let me show you one of our whisks here. Look, it's massive. All right, that's just one of our whisks. And when someone says, oh, can you stir that when you're at home? And someone says, can you stir that? And you get the wooden spoon out. Here's one of our wooden spoons. It's like a canoe paddle. Look at the size of it. So everything in this building, everything in this facility is really, really scaled up for creating mass loads of food. And like I said about the ovens, 1, 2, 3 ovens, 4 ovens, 5 ovens, one's broken, and there's more under counter ovens as well. So we've got ovens absolutely everywhere. I think we've got some, who likes flapjack? Look at that flapjack straight out of the oven. It's all still nice and warm, and look, trays of the stuff. We've got panini makers here. We've got development areas here, so we've got some faggots and things being made there. We've got someone who's making products for someone with a gluten intolerance. So we've got gluten-free bread here and gluten-free noodles and all kinds of things like that. So it's all going on. Yeah, loads of stuff in there. For those of you who know anything about baking, and when you make your own bread, you have to go through a process called proving. And that lets the yeast develop and lets the air get into the bread and things like that. This is an industrial prover. I don't know if there's nothing in there so I can show you, but you know, that's where all of our bread go when we make our bread. This is one of our vac pack machines you can see in here. So what we do is we make food in big giant bags like this, and we suck all the air out of that bag to keep it as fresh as possible, and then it's super easy for us to produce. Look, this has just come straight out. So look, all the air has now been sucked out of that bag so it doesn't slop around or anything like that. And then all we simply do is we put it on one of those big old trays, bung it in the oven, takes about 20 minutes to heat through, that's ready to go, ready to eat. Let's put that back in there for someone else. Once everything's done, once everything's been produced and cooked and then put into these vacuum packed bags, they'll go onto their trays, and then what we need to do is we need to keep it cooled. We need to keep it at a sensible temperature, at a healthy, hygienic temperature. And to do that, you know, we can't just have like a little fridge. We need a big fridge. So let me take you through and show you our big old fridge. So this is our temperature controlled room. So this room is, I don't know, it's about 3 or 4 degrees. So we're just above freezing. This is where we keep all of our products nice and cold and chilled and at a right temperature. And a lot of this is to do with food science. And this is one of the things that we would teach you should you come to work for us. So you would get a food safety certificate as one of the first things you would do when you come into the business. You would learn about these food safety measures and food temperature controls that we have to adhere to. And like I say, once all the food's been done and produced, it comes into this room here, and we've got all sorts. Look, this is a peri-peri chicken pot. We've got pasta pots, so tomato pasta pots. What else have we got in here? Chicken and bacon pasta pot. Look, that looks yummy. And all kinds of things. Everything comes through in here and gets kept chilled before it gets delivered out to one of our 10 restaurants. Meatball pastas, look. We've got quiches. Lots of quiches. Who loves a quiche? Look. Quiches, brownies, flapjacks. We've got all kinds of produce that we make here. There's chicken Caesar salad boxes over there. There's noodle boxes. Look at this. Breaded chicken butternut squash salad. How good does that look? So again, that'll get packaged up and sent off out via our team of delivery drivers to all of our different units. And all these different kind of pieces of equipment that we have to use on a daily basis. These big old gravity slicers, these slice all of our meats nice and thin and help us with our portion control and things like that. We've got big old digital scales so we can weigh things and we can make sure that everything's going out at the right weight and everyone's getting exactly what they're paying for. And if you come down here, you can see some of our selection of paninis and sandwiches and all these other things that we make. So what have we got here? Pigs in blanket panini. Wow, that sounds glorious. There's a salmon power bowl there, so full of protein, lots of mung beans, lots of quinoa, lots of green veggies and all those kind of things. Well, there's sweet potato falafels, and you get the idea. We do hot stuff, we do cold stuff, we do sandwiches, we do paninis, we do desserts. We've seen all kinds of things being made. We've seen a development chef in full flow, coming up with new ideas to work with. What was he doing? Faggots and onions and all kinds of different things. So there's loads and loads and loads of opportunities here to do such a wide variety of jobs. That's pretty much it. Let's get out of here because it's a little bit chilly, and we'll get out into this main corridor. So that just about finishes off our tour. We've kind of been everywhere. We've seen all the different areas, all the prep areas. So the last spot that our food would go to is come out of this area and go into our distribution yard. And you can see it's raining and horrible, and they'll simply get put onto these cages. They'll get a label which tells them where they need to go, and they'll get packed onto one of our temperature controlled lorries just out there and get taken away to wherever it needs to go. So guys, that was a full tour of our facility here at CPK in Bridgewater. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope we've inspired you a little bit to maybe look to come and work in this industry. We certainly would love to speak to you. If you've got any questions, please contact me at the details at the end of this video. And yeah, I really hope that we get the chance to meet and speak and hopefully help start guiding your careers in a more super positive direction. Thanks very much for your time, guys. Hope you enjoyed the tour. See you soon.